Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of trend lines. This is standard 8.5D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 3 off the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a family eating a cookout. We have got a scatter plot showing the number of people attending, right? That's on the x-axis. The number of hot dogs that were eaten, that's on the y-axis. And it does show pretty close to a linear relationship. You definitely see more people eating more hot dogs. And then we've got this year 45 people are expected to attend the cookout based on the scatter plot. So we're going to estimate there, about how many hot dogs should the family prepare. All right, so let's open up our graph draw feature. And as you can see, I can get pretty close with lining up, right? That's what I want to do. I want to line that up as close as possible. And it looks like my horizontal lines are doing all right. My vertical kind of okay, but you know what? This is going to be close enough, because watch this. We are going to create a trend line. So our trend line is going to be the line that makes the most sense of kind of connecting these dots, and we're going to extend it out because we're really looking for 45 people. So here's 40, right? So we've got to get a whole nother, so I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to extend that right there. It's a nice feature that you can use here. You can just extend it out. It's 45. And you know what? I think it might go kind of above. So let me extend it up like this. And I'll kind of extend it over like this. Extend it over like this in case it goes up above. And we'll see what we've got. Maybe it won't. And so we can call that's 40. So here's 45. I'm just going to label that. That's 50. And that's 55. All right. So for using this trend line, first question that we always want to look at is, are we going to include the origin? Is that going to be a good starting point for us? All right. The origin is your 0, 0. It doesn't say, but we could use our own type of logic to kind of figure out, all right, if no people show up, are they going to have any hot dogs? Probably not. All right, so you know what? I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to say, you know what? If no people show up, they're probably not going to have any hot dogs. So I'm going to include the origin in my trend line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw as straight a line as possible, capturing, I'm going to try to go like above here, but kind of below here. And the last three are almost lined up, so I want to kind of use that. I'm just going to kind of draw it straight up here and see what I get. All right, so that's pretty close. You notice I went above the one at 10 people, a little bit below the one that was at like 13 or 14 people. Now the nice thing here is if I really want to, I didn't necessarily get it 100% lined up, but watch this. I can use the connect line feature. And I can try to draw, yeah, that's pretty close. All right, so either way, now obviously the connect line feature is not perfect because I couldn't get these grids to line up exactly with the origin. But either way, it looks like my trend line is going to be somewhere up here around 50. I'm going to call it my 45 people. I'm going to call it 54, maybe. It was just a hair underneath that 55. So we'll look down here. Obviously that all comes down with us, and you see 52 is the closest one we've got. 83 is way too high. 40 doesn't really make any sense because if you want to look at it, like 40 is right here. So that's going to be way too low. 83 is way up here, and then 36 is even lower than 40. So my answer here is going to be B, 52.